A slightly different subject, but one of the things that I love is I love movement and dance. And a little while ago, there was a seminar where you stopped talking and had them put on the song that's normally played at the end of the workshop. And you mentioned how music can move you into a better feeling place. And I was curious, would it be an accurate assumption to say that through movement and dance, one could help, say, establish a practice where you maybe start, if you are in depression or sadness, you start moving a certain way, and then kind of have a practice, so to speak, where you move up the emotional scale through a dance and music that takes you up. Like, could you?
For sure. Yes. And when you think about it, when you think about the components of that music, for example, so let's have music with no lyrics, first of all, so that there's no attachment, no more love gone bad or love gone away or love not found yet, or just music. So it's sort of meditative to begin with because you're listening to it. But what makes you a connoisseur of music? What makes you want to listen for the rhythms or listen for the meshing of the notes? What makes you want to do that? In other words, a lot of people that would be served very well to do that, because it certainly would cause them to achieve vibrational alignment with a disc that would allow more to come. What keeps them from doing that is they beat the drum of I don't have time, or they beat the drum of that's not my kind of music, or they beat in other words, they keep blocking themselves. So if you're reaching for a way to reach people, you sort of have to establish where the music is that rings your bells, that sings your heart, and then let them find you. You see. There's a lot of music out there. Oh. And it represents every conceivable grid that there is.
Yes.
And if you want to know where your grid is, pay attention to the music that you're listening to.
Yeah.
Because it'll show you. It'll show you. Love gone bad?
Yeah.
Love gone away?
Yeah. So it is...
Rage?
Yeah.
It's there. Anger? It's there. Alignment? It's there. Love, it's there. Appreciation, it's there.
So, for example, let's say that you're in a state of, say, I'm feeling overwhelmed with work. I'm just in that sort of a state, and I say that I put on some music that's kind of that chaotic, and I move with it, kind of to move through that emotion.
And it's a match. It's a match. It feels like what you want because it matches how you feel.
I feel.
But the question is it moving you to another vibration, or is it just keeping the momentum going where you already are? This is a really good conversation.
Yeah, because
the music that you're drawn to is the music where you're at. It's the music that reflects your vibrational frequency. That's why love gone bad music sells really well. Because everybody's had that experience, you see. And if they haven't had it, they're expecting to have it soon.
So let's say that I put on a track that's right where I am, and I move through it and I dance with it. But at the end of the track, I now feel relief because I've kind of worked my way through that chaos.
Well, that's the question that we want to ask. So if you pick music that is a vibrational match to where you are, what does music that sounds like or feels like overwhelmment, what's it like?
It's probably going to be some kind of a techno beat, just really fast, kind of all over the place.
Yeah. So as you move through that, it's possible that in focusing on the music rather than on the overwhelmment, it's possible that your vibration might shift some, but would it shift very much? In other words, the question that we're putting to you, and we know you think we should have all the answers, but we're really wanting to put this question to you, is how do you jump discs? How do you jump discs? And we really don't think it's by hitting it so head on. We say you jump the disc by taking a nap. That you jump disc by meditating. That you jump discs by going to bed that night and acknowledging that this day is done, and whatever it was, it's done, and that tomorrow is a new day, and that tomorrow I'm going to reach for the best feeling disc I can find early on, and then find it and acknowledge that I found it, and then watch the evidence of having found it come in, and then maintain it as long as I can by keeping the momentum of it going as much as I can. That happens to you all the time. In other words, we're not saying that music might not be the way. We're just not encouraging you to try too hard to jump discs. We want you to deactivate not good feeling discs by distracting yourself from them. For a while we called this work the science, meaning it keeps expanding, of deliberate creation. And it seemed like a really good idea at first because we were wanting to get you to focus. We wanted you to know that you create your own reality. We wanted you to know that there is a vibrational law of attraction, that you have movement within it if you care about it. But in the science of deliberate creation, people were just digging in and trying too hard. They were trying to jump discs. They were applying to this work the same thing that they believed when they got to this work, that hard work is what makes the difference, and that if I just try harder, then I'll make it happen. And we want to say that trying harder isn't the answer. Trying harder perpetuates the momentum that you've got going. So if the momentum that you've got going is pleasing, then keep focusing there. But if it isn't, don't, you see. And this conversation is a little bit in the category of what we would call trying too hard, trying to make something happen. If dancing loosens you up, it's like someone was talking the other day about wanting to use drugs or alcohol and how it loosens them up and makes them enjoy the moment more. But the question is, does it help you establish and remember the improved vibration? And the answer to that is no. You might momentarily feel relaxed from your resistance, but you haven't actually achieved a different vibrational place. So the keys to achieving a different vibrational place, it's just a handful of things. First, understand that law of attraction is happening, and that whatever you're giving your attention to, law of attraction is bringing more of it. Not more of what's next, more of it. Not more that's a little better than it, more of it. This is really worth talking about. More of it. It's bringing more of that which you are offering. So then you might say, well, gee, Abraham, if law of attraction is just bringing more of it, and I've got whatever it is, then is there any hope for any improvement for me? Isn't that what you're asking? That would be the logical question, given what we just said. So then we say, so law of attraction is responding to what you've got going on vibrationally. But don't forget, this is the most important thing that we've ever said to you or to anyone else. This is the most important thing that you will ever hear about who you are and how you fit into all of the big picture. This is the most important thing that you will ever hear about deliberate creation, or about controlling your own reality, or about creating your own reality. So you were source energy before you came into this physical body. Do you agree? And you've been exploring and sending off rockets of desire, and that non-physical part of you, that more vibrational reality part of you, has escalated to this really high-flying, powerful energy that is the dominant energy. That is who you are. That is your set point. You are set in love and expansion and joy and appreciation. That's who you are. That's far and away the most dominant vibration. And when you cease the other stuff, that's where you go. That's where you go. You see, that's why we say get out ahead of it. That's why we want you to meditate. That's why we want you to quiet your mind. It is why we want you, when you get on a rampage of appreciation, dance, 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 dance. When you get there, anything that makes you fly high, when you can feel that you're flying high, milk it as long as you possibly can in order to practice the vibration and make it a more chronic, constant part of who you are. Yes, 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 yes. But when you're not there, don't try. Don't try. Really, take a nap. Do something that distracts you from the tension of that momentum. Does that make sense to you? That's what the art of allowing is. That's what step 3 is. That's what you've come to live. You see, breathe more, relax more, get outside more, find things to appreciate more. but don't dig into a problem to solve it. It's not solvable, because the vibration of the problem and the vibration of the solution are different frequencies, and the vibration of the question and the vibration of the answer are different frequencies, you see. So that's why step 1 and step 3 are different steps. Step 1's when you ask the question, and step 3 is where you let the answer be revealed to you. But if you are so dug into the question, you can't hear the answer. And we really exaggerated what you were getting at here.
Yes.
But you're asking with such intensity from the mind and heart of a powerful teacher. And we want you to know the distinction.
Thank you.
Yeah.